Good morning, all of you, my dear students. In today's session, regarding to question tags, the remaining class in previous class, I have given about the introduction. Why do we use the question tags? What is the necessary to add the tag at the end of the imperative sentences and assertive sentences? The importance of question tags I have already explained you. And today's class is the remaining part of the question tags. I will continue the class. Please listen carefully, my dear students. And the tags, tag questions are why do we use tag questions? Tag questions is a construction which is an interrogative fragment. It is a part, add a piece, a bit, a tag, added to declarative sentence and imperative sentence only, not the interrogative or exclamatory sentences. For what purpose we are using tag? For confirmation. The tags are more common in spoken usage than in formal written language, spoken language. What purpose we are using tag? To verify that something has been understood or confirm that actions has occurred. That is the main purpose we are using the tag, my dear students. And the continuation class is, if the sentence start with let or let's means let us. It is the full form, let us. The tag must be shall we. We should remember this rule, my dear. In this class, the first rule is, if the sentence or statement start with letters or let's, the must be should write the question tag shall we. For example, I write you an example. Let us have a coffee. Let us or let's have, let's apostrophe. Let's have coffee. Let's have coffee. Let's have a coffee, a cup of coffee. That means what is the question tag? Shall we? We should use the, as is a objective pronoun, let always takes objective pronoun, not a subjective pronoun. In question tag we use always subjective pronoun. Instead of as, we use the we. Shall we? It is you should remember, if the sentence statement is start with let as imperative form. And then next rule, the imperative sentence. If the imperative sentence tag is, if the given sentence is imperative, we already known about the imperative sentence. They start with the verb. Verb. Go there, come here. Go there, come here. Sing a song. Drive slowly. Run fast. If the negative imperative, don't run fast. Don't speak loudly. Don't make noise. These are all imperative sentences. Commands, orders, requests. These are imperative sentences. Our sudden expressions. But imperative sentence, if the given sentence is imperative sentence, what is the tag? We should use the tag will you. This is main important, my dear students. With an imperative, the tag is will you. For example, I write the sentence, close the door. What is the tag? Will you? It is imperative sentence. That is why we write the tag will you. And some more example. Open the window. Will you is a question, because it is a imperative sentence. The imperative sentence takes the tag will you. Why do we write the only you pronoun? All the imperative sentence, you is a understood subject. Open the window means you open the window. You is not declared disclosed. It is not disclosed. You is a understood subject in imperative sentence. That's why you use the pronoun you only, not he, she, it, I. That is the internal meaning of the tag. Open the window, will you? Come here, will you? Hold your tongue, will you? And then the major important information is here. We use an affirmative tag after a sentence containing negative words, partially negative words. In some sentence have the affirmative sentence negative words, partially negative. What are the words? If the declarative sentence or affirmative sentence have some negative words, we should use positive tag. What are the negative words? Never, hardly, nobody, no one. These are the negative words. If the statement contains these negative words, we should use positive tag. That is more important, my dear students. For example, nobody lives in this house. Nobody or no one lives in this house. Nobody lives in this house. Lives is a simple present tense. That's why we should use question tag. Nobody. If nobody is somebody, we use the pronoun they. What is the pronoun? We use the pronoun they. That means tag is do they, positive tag. Nobody lives in this room, in this house. If the subject is nobody or somebody, anybody, we take the pronoun they. If it is present tense, simple present tense, do they? It is negative. Nobody indicates the negative sentence. Do they? And then you have never liked me. You have never liked me. You have never liked me. That means you did not like me. It is a negative sentence. A negative word is there, never. That means what is the tag? Tell me the tag. The positive tag we have to construct. The declarative sentence have a negative word. We should frame the positive tag. Have you is a correct question tag, my dear students. These are the rules. Without knowing rules, we should not be able to write question tag. We are wrongly using the question tag. And next rule is when the subject is nothing, we use it in the tag as a subject. Nothing. It comes nothing as a subject. Instead of what is the pronoun, we use it. We take, for example, you understand through the example. Nothing bad happened. Nothing bad happened. What is the question tag? Happened to V2. Nothing bad happened. Nothing bad happened. V2 are past tense. Instead of nothing subject, what do we take? What is the pronoun? It. We have to take pronoun it. Nothing bad Nothing bad means it is a negative. It implies a negative statement. Did it? Did it is a right question tag, my dear students. Nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. Happens denotes the present tense, simple present tense. Nothing is a negative. Instead of nothing, we take the pronoun it. What is the question tag? Does it? Does it is a question tag, positive tag. Okay, my dear students, next rule is if the subject is nobody, somebody, everybody, no one, and someone, everyone. These are the pronouns. These are the indefinite pronouns. In this time, we use they as a pronoun. Instead of these words, the pronoun we should use they. For example, nobody asked me. Nobody asked me any doubt. Nobody asked me any doubt. Nobody declares a negative statement. Instead of nobody pronoun, we should use they. Asked is a V2 verb. What is the question tag? We should write the positive tag. Did they? Asked V2 verb. Past tense, simple. Did they? Nobody lives here. For example, nobody lives here. Nobody lives here. Sorry, comma. Nobody lives here. There is no any person here. It implied the negative statement. We write the positive statement. What is the tag? Lives. It indicates present tense. Do they? It is the right question tag, my dear students. And next rule is if the main verb in the sentence is have. It is more important. Main verb is have. It is not a helping verb in the sentence. For example, we use have not an actual verb. It is more common to use do. Do, does, did. Have forms. I have been teaching for 10 years. It is have is a helping verb. It functions as a helping verb. Main verb is teaching. For example, I have 2 brothers. I have 3 brothers. I have 2 brothers. This is it functions, helping verb functions as a main verb. In this situation, what is the tag, my dear students? What is the tag? For example, he has done his homework. He has done his homework. It is a positive statement. It is present perfect tense. What is the tag? Hasn't he? Hasn't he is a question tag. Has is a helping verb. That is right. But the same has come in in this sentence. You have a big house. For example, you have a big house. You have a big house, comma. It functions as a main verb. Have it declares have has a simple present tense. That means what is the tag? You have a big house. It is a positive sentence. The negative tag we should be adding at the end of the sentence. Don't you is a right question tag. Not haven't you. We should not write haven't you. If the helping verb functions as a main verb here, in this situation, it is an exception. You should understand, my dear students. She had a great time. For example, past tense verb. She had a great time. Great time means is a favorable time to him. Everything is happen favorably. What is the tag? Had is indicate past tense V2. We should take the helping verb did. A positive statement. What is the tag? Didn't she? Didn't she? It is the tag. Didn't she? That is the next rule, my dear students. And in sentence used to already indicate we have to. I have made number of classes and modal verbs. Last modal verb is used to indicate past habitual actions. In that time we take the tag used to indicate past tense helping verb we take did. Please understand, my dear students. For example, the statement is you used to work here. You used to work here. What is the tag? Used to indicate past tense. What is the helping verb we take? It is a positive statement. Used to work hard. You are doing hard work. Didn't you? Didn't you? It is a negative tag and put the question mark. Used to when sentence contain. We should use the negative tag with helping verb did. Why? Because it indicates the past habit, not present. And then we go to next rule. We can use affirmative tags after affirmative sentence. This is the most important exception. You should remember, my teacher. Some of the exceptions are there in English language. The sentence is affirmative, the tag is also affirmative. The sentence is positive, the tag also positive. In which condition? Based on the sense and the meaning of the sentence. If the statement is surprise, it is more important. We are asking surprisingly or interestingly. Someone we are asking on that time, if the statement is positive, the tag is also positive. This is one of the exceptions in English grammar, my dear students, in question tag. For example, you are moving. You are moving to. You are moving to London. You are moving to London. You are moving to London. Very surprisingly, we are uttered that sentence, that statement we uttered. We declare the sentence, you are moving to London. He generally in our villages, in sudden, he wanted to go London some work. He has got a software engineer post. Unexpectedly, it is a surprise issue. And that same, the sense, the meaning is, you are moving to London. That means, are you? Positive tag. Generally, aren't you is a right question tag. But the sense, it is a surprising mood. We express surprisingly, astonishingly. On that time, we use affirmative sentence, affirmative tag. Positive sentence take positive tag. And these are some of the exceptions, my dear students. We should understand those things. Those are main things. This surprising, it is implied meaning is surprise. The sense is surprise. That is more important. And then next rule is, my dear student, regarding to tags questions, intonation. Intonation. There are mainly two intonations, rising intonation, falling intonation. Regarding to phonetics, that means our voice. Regarding to our voice goes down. That is falling intonation. Our voice, pitch of voice is goes up. It is rising intonation. In which situations we use rising intonation and falling intonation. That is, you should know when spoken in spoken language. It is mostly used in conversational English. Tags are. The intonation is also important. If you don't know the answer, it is a real question, and we use rising intonation. For example, you don't know answer. We don't know answer. We are an unknown person to. We have not known the answer. And pose the real question. We use rising tone. For example, you don't know where the boss is. Sorry, you don't know where the boss is. You don't know where the boss is. You don't know where the boss is. On the time, you don't know where the boss is. Negative statement. Do you is a positive tag. Do you? Question mark. How do you declare this sentence? How to pronounce either raising tone or falling tone? If you don't know the answer, it is real question, and we use the tag with rising intonation. You don't know where the boss is. Do you? Rising intonation. Do you? You don't know where the boss is. Do you? It is a rising intonation. We should follow. Rising intonation means when do you use rising intonation? The tag when we use sure. We are not sure. We are not sure. And here the sentence is, if you know the answer and just confirmation, we use falling intonation. Yeah, it is entirely vice versa, opposite. If you know the answer and just confirmation, already we know, just confirmation, we use falling tone with the question tag. For example, she is more beautiful. Isn't she? She is more beautiful, isn't she? She is more beautiful, isn't she? It is a falling intonation. Regarding to intonation, and these are the some of the rules, my dear students. You should understand all the rules, and without we should know the rules. For example, we use with the imperative, sometimes question tags are used with imperative or invitation orders. Imperative does not require a direct answer. We use won't you for invitation. For example, invitation. For invitation, we use won't you or will you? Can't you or can you? That is the more important, my dear student. For there is one structure is there. The structure is, if the sentence starts with there, what is the pronoun we should use? There. There is a dummy word. It is introducing words in grammar. When you use the structure there is reflected in the tag. There is nothing wrong. For example, there is nothing wrong. The sentence starts with there. There is nothing wrong. It is a sentence. What is the tag? It is a negative. It implies negative meaning. What is the tag? There is nothing wrong. The same there subject, introducing word, introductory word is come as a pronoun. Is there? Is there is a question tag. When you use their structure, there is reflected in the question tag. The same word repeated in the question tag. There were not any problems. It is a negative statement. There were not any problems. There were not any problems. What is the tag? The statement is negative. There were not any problems. Were there? Were there? It is a positive tag. With their structure, the raise there is repeated as a pronoun, my dear students. There should be repeated. That is more important. Okay, my dear students, almost all rules I have explained you and understand each and everything. Next I will meet again with a practice test, my dear student. Thank you.